All right. That's not really a hip-hop crowd poem, but I did it. In this next poem, I don't like to do split poems. I wrote this poem, the first half of this, about a month and a half ago, and then I did a panel discussion for Israeli Apartheid Week. Yeah, Israeli Apartheid Week, in New York with Omar Barghouti, Ahdav Sway, and Mustafa Bayoumi. And the other half of this poem came together. So this poem I'm going to dedicate to Hampshire College because I talk a little bit about divestment in it. Oh, it's called Israel America, a Rambling Poem. Every time I think of 9/11, I see burning flesh dripping off the bones of Iraqi children in Fallujah, now Gaza. I tend to memorialize the forgotten, the eclipsing collateral damage of our unpunished crimes, and maybe it's because I'm a numbers guy, because if I had $1 for every time an Iraqi died since 2003, I'd be a millionaire. And don't get me wrong, sometimes I don't know who to hate more, the governments in the West or the politicians in the East who sell their souls quicker than the oil they export, strong men who use Palestine as a tool to line their pockets and don't give a nickel to their people, Quisling governments who stitch mouths shut for a check from Washington and AIPAC. How can you be their prototypical anti-Semite if you're signing peace accords to oppress your own people? And then Orientalists and idiots want to talk about how we can't have democracy in the Middle East because of what happened in Gaza. A Hamas boogeyman wrapped in democratic elections. Rahm Emanuel wants to educate me and my people about democracy gone wrong. Why doesn't he try implementing one in Israel first, instead of bowing down to terrorists like his father in the IDF, lauding a third-rate racist European society that's imploding quicker than its moral standing in the world, enlightened like 1950s Afrikaners and slave traders? Just because a house is beautiful doesn't mean the bones you built it on have fully decomposed. The Israeli left is about as alive as Ariel Sharon. I'm sick and tired of asking for permission to resist from antiquated leftists and progressives who care more about keeping it kosher than moving things forward. I put down my pen and waving fists to resist with college kids and Palestinians. Boycott and divest because who cares about preserving the living when governments are killing civilians? Complicity by silence and reserve units bombing Gaza. Your academics and scholars, theater groups and practitioners are part of the problem. And if that doesn't neatly fit into your long-term plan of rejecting my right to return, I'm sorry. Maybe one day you'll return to reality where my people have babies quicker than Zionists can concoct Jordan options. I'm not looking for your sympathy or introspective confessions. Won't sit on my hands till they lose oxygen like the people of Balad and Rafah. Vote for Barack Obama and pretend that his 22 days of silence was golden while emaciated children starve to death surrounded by their parents' corpses. This can't be America the Beautiful. A criminal with a few positive attributes doesn't alleviate genocide. Bombing Iraq, Afghanistan, and Pakistan doesn't make you historic. It makes you as blind and bloodthirsty as the white men that came before you. Apathetic hipsters now excited about a president who broke history but not poverty, occupation, or corporate interest. I'd rather proudly walk through the graveyards of peace accords and failed dialogue sessions than continue to see my people just as occupied or third-class citizens. We are the gavel that'll slam down like a verdict. We're not waiting for Israel, America, or Supreme Court to approve it. You can stay here with us, but only as equals. It's not that you're Israeli, it's that you're fucking wrong. That's why I fight for my people.
Preach it!